Today we're solving equations with brackets. So the first thing I need you to do is to expand the brackets to get rid of them, because then you'll find the equation much easier to solve. All right, let's start off with our first equation we have here. 5 outside of 2m minus 3 is equal to 25. So I'm going to start off by expanding the brackets. Now, what that means is we're going to times everything inside the brackets by the number 5. So we're going to go 5 times 2m and 5 times minus 3. 5 times 2m gives me 10m, and 5 times minus 3 gives me minus 15. And that is equal to 25. Now, I haven't actually done anything yet. All I've done is expand the brackets. I haven't changed either side yet. All right, to solve this, we are going to need to remove this minus 15. So I'm going to add 15 to the left-hand side, and I'm going to add 15 to the right-hand side. That will get rid of my 15. All right, on the left-hand side, I'm left with 10m. And on the right-hand side, I've got 25 plus 15 is 40. Okay, I don't want to know what 10m is. I want to know what m is. So let's get rid of this timesing by 10. Now, the opposite of timesing by 10 is, of course, dividing by 10. So let's divide both sides by 10. Divide by 10, divide by 10. Yes, I would love for you to do full working out for me, just the way I'm writing here. M equals 40 divided by 10 is 4. Okay, you can always check your answer is correct by putting this number 4 back into the original equation where the m is. Okay, 2 lots of 4 is 8. Take away 3 is 5. Times by 5 gives me 25. So yes, that's how I know I have it correct. All right, number 2. This time I have a negative 3 out the front. I'm just going to multiply by a negative 3. Other than that, the process is the same. We need to get rid of the brackets first. So let's go minus 3 times 1 and minus 3 times 2a. Well, minus 3 times 1 is minus 3. Minus 3 times 2a is minus 6a. And that is equal to 93. All right, I've expanded to get rid of my brackets. Now I can solve this equation. The first thing you need to do is get rid of the number that's easiest to get rid of, the weakest one, the one all by itself, this little lonely minus 3 over here. What is the opposite of minusing 3? It is adding 3. So let's add 3 to this side. If I add 3 to that side, I add 3 to the other side as well. My 3 is gone, and I'm just left with minus 6a equals 93 plus 3 gives me 96. Okay, now I have a minus 6 times a. The opposite of timesing by minus 6 is dividing by minus 6. So I'm going to divide both sides by minus 6. Now, if you divide just by 6, you're still going to have that minus there. Okay, we need to get rid of it as well. So we may as well do it all in one go. So let's divide this side by minus 6. Let's divide the other side by minus 6. And that will get rid of the minus 6 altogether, so that I'm just left with a equals. Now 96 divided by 6 is 16. So 96 divided by minus 6 will give me a equals minus 16. All right. Okay, now we have brackets on both sides of our equation. Same thing, let's get rid of the brackets first. Okay, it's much easier if those are not there. Okay, so we're going to go 6 times everything inside these brackets, and on the other side 7 times everything inside the brackets, because we want to get rid of them. All right, 6 times 3x is 18x. 6 times minus 5 is minus 30. That is equal to 7 times 3x is 21x. 7 times minus 2 is minus 14. Okay, let's solve this now. The first thing you should notice is that we have x's on both sides. Okay, I've got 2 terms, one on each side that have x's. Now, we don't want x's on both sides. We have to get rid of one of them. So let's subtract the smaller one from both sides. We've got 18 on the left-hand side and 21 on the right-hand side. So I'm going to take the 18 off both sides. Now, you can take 21 off both sides if you like, but then you're going to have negative x's. So I would much prefer to get rid of the smaller one. All right, so I've got rid of my 18x's from the left-hand side. That is going to leave me with minus 30 is equal to 21x take away 18x, leave me with 3x. Take away 14, that's still there as well. Okay, so here's where we are. We've got minus 30 is equal to 3x minus 14. Remember, the goal is to get rid of everything on the side where the x is. So I don't really care about this minus 30 over here, but I do care about this minus 14 that's hanging off the end. Let's get rid of it. Plus 14 to get rid of that 14. Let's add 14 to the other side because I can't do one thing to one side and not the other. Okay, minus 30 plus 14, I've got 16. Negative 16 on the left, and that is equal to 3x. Okay, one more step, we need to get rid of this 3. So the opposite of timesing by 3 is dividing by 3. I'm going to divide both sides by 3 to get rid of my 3. And that leaves me with x is equal to minus 16 over 3. Now, I'm just going to leave my answer like that, okay? You can write your answer as minus 5 1/3 if you would like to, but there's no reason why you can't just leave it as minus 16 over 3. That's totally fine. That's as simple as it goes. There's nothing that goes into both the 16 and the 3, so that is the most simplified improper fraction. All right? Okay, one to go, and then it's your turn. Let's start off by expanding our brackets so that we get rid of them. Okay, so 5 times 3y is 15y. 5 times a positive 12 is a positive 60. And that is equal to 6 times 5y is 30y. And 6 times 20 is 120. Okay, let's have a look what we have. We have y's on both sides. We've got 15y's and we've got 30y's. Let's get rid of one of the y's from one of the sides. I always like to take away the smaller pronumerals, so let's take away 15y from this side. That will get rid of those 15y's. If we take away 15y from the left, we must take away 15y from the right-hand side as well. So that leaves me with 60 is equal to 30y take away 15y is 15y, and I've still got my plus 120. All right, let's get rid of everything on the side with the y. So we've got 15 times y plus 120. The weakest number, the most easy one to get rid of at the moment is this 120. So let's take it off both sides. Minus 120, minus 120. Gets rid of my 120. I've got 60 take away 120. Now that leaves me with minus 60. And all I have left on the right is 15y. So minus 60 is equal to 15y. One more number to get rid of. 15 times y. Let's get rid of our 15. Opposite of timesing is dividing, so I'm going to divide by 15. And I'm going to divide by 15. Leaves me with y equals minus 4. Okay, excellent. That's our solving equations with brackets.